I'm about to tell you why, in the summer of 1817, the coast of Massachusetts became the stage for one of America's greatest monster mysteries. This wasn't just a fleeting glimpse or a sailor's tall tale. Hundreds of sober, God-fearing New Englanders swore they saw a monster just off the coast. They described a colossal creature with a long, dark body, a head like a snake held high above the waves, and a train of humps rolling through the water like a living freight train. Title card in your head, the Salem sea serpent. If I could show you a creature estimated to be up to 100 feet long, gliding serenely past the busy harbors of Salem and Gloucester, would you believe me? Because in 1817, they believed it so much that the prestigious Linnean Society of New England opened a formal scientific inquiry. The story spread like wildfire through local newspapers, turning a local curiosity into a regional phenomenon. Here's the myth. Fishermen, churchgoers, and town officials watched a serpent coil and uncoil across Massachusetts Bay. Witnesses from different locations and times agreed on the basics: a dark, mottled back, a head raised about 3 feet above the surface, and anywhere from 20 to 30 humps moving in a perfectly straight line. Boats gave chase. Crowds gathered on the shore, hoping for a glimpse. Cannons were even readied just in case it came too close. People drew what they saw, desperate to capture the unbelievable sight. Now for the facts. The Linnean Society, determined to apply scientific rigor, gathered sworn statements under oath, dozens of them from credible, respected citizens. They meticulously mapped the sightings, which began in early August near Gloucester and continued for weeks, day after day. The height of the frenzy? Late August 1817. A committee analyzed the testimonies to estimate its speed, a brisk clip of roughly 8 to 12 miles per hour, sometimes faster. Then the investigation took a strange turn. A small deformed snake was found on a local farm and presented to the society as a juvenile of the species. They named it Scoliophis atlanticus, but it was a red herring. Later, skeptical naturalists concluded it was a hoax, just a common black snake, deliberately altered to look exotic, discrediting the entire investigation. So if the baby serpent was a fake, what were all those people actually seeing in the water? The best modern guess is a phenomenon of mass misperception. A line of surfacing animals, like seals or porpoises, could easily create the illusion of the famous hump train. Another strong candidate is a basking shark, perhaps with damaged dorsal and caudal fins, which could appear as multiple, separate humps. Add in the effects of heat haze, distance, and a choppy Atlantic, and your brain instinctively fills in the gaps to perceive a single giant body. But here's the twist. Not every detail collapses so neatly into these explanations. Some of the most credible accounts describe a head lifting vertically like an oar and turning to look directly at the boats, a very deliberate, serpent-like behavior. Could that be an oarfish? They're enormous and ribbon-thin, but they are deep-water fish and rarely, if ever, break the surface in that manner. It's more likely misperception, and yet the sheer consistency across dozens of independent affidavits is striking. My take. 1817 was a perfect storm. You had crowded waterways, vigilant eyes scanning the horizon, a young America hungry for its own wonders, and the authority of early science lending legitimacy to the extraordinary. It was a legend waiting to happen.